Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of the Ink campaign. No feedback from last episode about whether to skip or not, so I decided to just keep going. Because I might as well anyway. So yeah, we're going to press play. We're just going to wait. Ooh, Protestantism must be enabled then. It's interesting that you get a different one for being in the New World for this one, but you don't in the Age of Reformation with the create a colonial empire. That's interesting. Or I find it interesting. Still making quite a bit of money. Should potentially get more points. I think I probably want more mill points. So I'll invest in that. Still rampant inflation. Always good for the country. But yeah, a fort here would be great. Admittedly, it's grasslands. But it blocks off the entirety of the entrance this way. Maybe there would be better, but there it would take longer to siege. So I'm not entirely sure. It really does depend on the situation. Because if I want to just delay them while I get ready, there would be the better choice. But if I want to take a good battle, there would be the better choice. I think there is probably the best choice actually. Mainly because forts are only really used to take defensive battles when you're attacking. Yeah, they hold them back, but that's really just for human players, because the AI can just go, oh, I can actually walk around this way, so I'm going to walk there, but I'm just going to walk through this fort, so just bye. Because I believe that's how AI sees forts. By sees, I mean optionally not observing. Probably build a spy network, see if I can see any of the provinces or steal maps. No, I can't steal maps. When is steal maps? That's Tech 6. We're at Tech 3 with a 90% tech penalty of institutions on top of our the fact that we haven't reformed doesn't mean anything, which is good. I wonder, does decreasing autonomy give... Oh, it does. Here we go. Oh no, I've wasted a lot of authority, haven't I? Yeah, I wasted a lot of authority there. But you know, live and learn. We now know that it does, in fact, give authority. do it. No, they're going to lose that. Yeah. Right. You come down here. No, just use caution. Come on, there we go. White. Where are you going? All the way up there. Wonderful. I don't believe they reinforce. Well, they do. Wonderful. But they reinforce at a rate much slower than my mercenaries. They're going all the way up to Quito. How useful of them. What is my current heir? Yes, send for Train Medicus, because he is a good heir. Oh, done it. Been a while since I've done that. He is much better than the previous heir that I passed over. Right, I'll definitely take a defensive mountains battle. Is that seriously not a bridge? I'd think it was a bridge. Now that I know you can lower autonomy to get authority, it's a whole new game. A whole new can of worms. But that doesn't matter, because we're very tolerant, in quotation marks, of their beliefs. With our acceptance policy, I believe it's called. Coexistence. Again, coexistence in hefty quotation marks. Diptech. Only because we are getting so close to it. But feudalism is spreading very good. Ooh, there we go. Self-sustaining. Moving along. Come on. Authority's authority. It has no autonomy. Oh, that's lame. The rebels that would give me autonomy. No, we don't have any, like, oh, you know the ones I mean. Peasant rebels and noble rebels increase their autonomy of the province. But it doesn't add a limit on the raise or lower autonomy. So you can just do that. So that's not as high as I thought it would be. I could choose. Sorry for that small interruption. But yeah, it's just gonna be more waiting. Gonna put my merc stack on Piura. Also gonna build up the actual stack. up to 20. Cheap artist. Do I have... I do. Is there one here? No. Of course not. Still yet to prepare for war, however. I am entirely unprepared. Though this will be very handy for when the Europeans come. Growth of Chan-Chan. F. F for that military leader. Hello to that military leader. With Chan-Chan. There it is. It's on a fort province, so there is nothing to worry about. Oh, we desperately need reformation. They're reforming in the east, so why not the west? Colonize the Galapagos to assert dominance. We're still losing money. That's because I upgraded. Sure, whatever. That's because I upgraded this fellow like a moron. Go away. And I'll just take discipline, sure. Discipline's good. Gives a bonus. Morale would probably be better, but that doesn't bother me. Right. 107.5 is not bad. Build one of those here. And I'll attach the 12 and I'll build 7 more, so we have 2 stacks of 20. One, admittedly, small mercenary army, but I'm going to slowly phase it out. By slowly phase it out, I mean I'm going to build these folks. And then probably build up to force limit in these folks and then delete the independent. But I'm going to need a lot more money for that. So we're just going to wait. As usual. Wait a little bit more. Ooh, you can stay. Give me a minute. Consult the ancestor, and married they shall be. Gonna seize that. I shall favour neither party. Still just Chimu separatists. Not like autonomy rebels, which is not fun. So, because autonomy rebels are the best rebels because they give all your land autonomy for free. That's just a tip advisor. We don't need those. We need cheap mill advisors. Whatever the cost may be. Well, cheap mill advisors. Whatever the cost may be. It's not that bad. Settle the issue. This is interesting because it basically we have mana inflation rather than money inflation. Well, we have money inflation, quite a bit of it, but we have mana inflation as well because our mana is worth a lot less. So, I mean, it's very accurate. The non-European nations, aside from Ming and I think Japan actually, did have a lot less development because there were a lot less central institutions. Unlike, you know, the random example, the University of London, or the University of England, I think it was, and Portugal and stuff like that. They had central institutions. Again, this is all just me making stuff up, but they had, you know, much more developed institutions than potentially the Incas, who were more busy blood for the blood godding. That was the Mayans, wasn't it? Ah, well, the point gets across is that while, yes, Middle Ages there was a lot of conflict, in the institutions developed. And I think the again, institutions, very good idea for keeping the game Eurocentric, which as history was, because Europeans were much more interested in out-developing each other than maybe Ming, because Ming was the developed. I just said all that. It probably makes no sense, because it's probably all wrong. But, you know, that's how I think about it. Yeah, inflation. We strive to understand the physical world around us. No idea what that event does, or event chain. So, we'll find out. That comes from Scholar. He's a malevolent, bold fighting scholar. I can see that. As leaders go, that's pretty alright. Well, no. Malevolency's not right, but as like leaders in game go, for the Inca, you have no vassals, extra shock and more tech. That's essentially what you need for a an Inca playthrough. And we are all prospering, aside from Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Wait, why is it Santa Cruz de la Sierra? I took it, not the Spanish. I forgot we were in a deficit. Oh well. Still can't decrease anyone's autonomy. Now we have a loan. Now it's time to pay off that loan. I wonder, who are the Incas borrowing money from? Is there some form of, like, borrow money from the higher houses? By houses I mean like the factions? The estates? Or is it borrowing money from just the central bank, which I'm sure the Incas had? If anyone has anything, if anyone knows, say down below, because because I'm interested. I am interested in all the nations I play. I do like learning at least a little bit about them. That's what the events are for. They tell you how they are run. Because it really forms part of the game. Don't want to just disable the DLC for no reason. Well, no reason. It has a reason to disable the DLC. It doesn't exist and the game's entirely much easier. But, you know, got to be a little bit fun and entertaining. And it's almost time for the next institution to fire. Hooray! Uh-oh. That's nicht gut. What tech is the world at currently? Tech 8. So it's soon to be Tech 9. And we're about a third of the way there to all of them. Less so admin. This is going to be a fun meet of the Europeans because, from what I remember, you get a lot of stab hits from meeting the Europeans as well, from all the fevers and the diseases. The European exchange of diseases or something like that. Can't remember what it's exactly called. But I know it wasn't good for the natives. There we go, now we're in the positive. I believe, no we can't because wonder, we put army maintenance on 0. Do these guys get put on 0 as well? No, they don't, because we are still paying them. Interesting. That makes sense. You know, this is all practice for the one campaign. Switzer Lake. I won't mess it up next time I do it. Ooh, there we go, we can pay that back. Well, there we go, Age of Reformation. Ooh, Unified with Culture Group. Yes, we have. We can't convert, we can't embrace ideas, we can't join the Reformation, we can't create a colonial empire. We can convert another nation, theoretically. And we could potentially get Asian trade, but not realistically. Currently, we have to save money because the European wars are not going to be fun. But we also have to get monarch points and mana to keep on track. Oh, here we go. We're colonialism, not this year, next year's coming. Great. Yeah, you have to be one of those. I wonder if I could get any of these. Any institution to fire in my country. Of all of them, it'd probably be maybe here we go. Mummification begin. Once the funeral rites have been observed, the relatives and servants will form a lineage led by the deceased ruler and tasked with preserving memory, handles affairs. Yeah. His property will remain what it was during his life, and the mummy will continue to be head of the lineage from now on. After remaining, and is rare for new ruler to rise without their support. Not all rules are fit for mummification, however. The mummy takes place ahead of. Yeah, more authority, man. Just another loan. Institution take penalty. Oh no. Also, it's not all just Andean. And that you don't need to own all the provinces for the... That is also very interesting. Darn. We're spreading slowly. What a surprise. The exact province I want to expand to has my religion. How handy. Mine handy. That means telephone in German, I think. I don't know. I could just be lying. Very slowly. I thought we'd at least get maybe 2. Or at least get working on this one so we can start claiming, but no, I guess that'll be next episode. But again, if anyone wants me to, you know, skip ahead in time or to any point, you know, maybe skip to this war, skip to meeting the gods or whatever, you know, skip to a certain event, maybe skip to the fever, or skip to, you know what I mean, any points you want to see me skip to, right, so I don't have to do everything out or do everything in the video. Just say in the comments and I'll take it on board as that's what people want to see. Yeah, because I understand it's very boring and it's much slower when I'm recording it and I've got the model moving and stuff. It's much slower than if I were to just 5-speed to a certain point, as I would when I was playing the game. Oh, still no institution. Does that mean the Europeans just aren't coming here? Because I kind of need them to. Yeah, it would be bad for me, but I still need them to show up so I can westernize and reform my religion. Not westernize, because westernize was what institutions were before this. Come on, I should be able to get another reform before the end of the episode. My lack of land maintenance is greater than their morale. Lima, which one's that? That's the one, that's our home node. We can't make our way to Panama yet because we can't see it. But we know it's there because we can see it, but we can't see it. These are confusing times. I reckon we'll be able to get one more reform, maybe. Again, still no institution. I guess it does take around like 5 years for the institution to show up. I'd say that's like a pretty accurate mean time to happen. Still no autonomy to steal. I reckon we'll have a lot of autonomy to steal once we go after Muisca. Or Muisca. Muisca? I don't know. I don't speak the language. Oh, these boys are attritioning. Duh, they're still attritioning. Supply limit. Apparently, we're good there. Maybe just go into Tumbez. Just because it's better overall. What is my heir looking like? Pray for his life. Oh, he survived. That button is meant to be the don't survive button. But he did. Uh-oh. Oh well. A road system is the backbone of our empire. We ever heard that before? Renny Riddy Ricky. Still entirely unprepared for war. Whenever it shows up, absolutely scared. No idea what's going to happen. Woefully unprepared. How could we ever see to it that our empire is prepared for this war thing you speak of? It's definitely not that our morale vastly outstrips those near us, and the size of our army also vastly outstrips them. Ooh, that's 2 techs at once. We are still struggling with institutions, however. Though we are on track with how the Europeans were 50 years ago. Come on. One more reform and then I can end the episode. Because we're slightly over. I try and aim for about 30 minutes. I go a little bit over just to accommodate for like a minute introduction. The preamble that I go on. Ramble that I go on. But yeah, it's about, I try and aim between 30 to 40 minutes. Just so I can get stuff done, and we are going with the Yana Lords. Boost. I forget to pay for the troops like an absolute moron. And I just kind of wait around the forts. Because they'll roughly go there. So I got the extra reform in. So once I deal with these pretender rebels, we should be good. And I'll end the episode there. Right, go in there. See if I can move them. Go on, you should win that. There we go, they're collapsing. They're moving in there. They're going into Chan Chan. Very, very nice choice, my lord. Oh, there we go, there's colonialism. Colonialism. That is mountains, so I'll probably wait for them to go on to Cuzco. while I'm waiting for that, unsiege a bit of the land. Or they won't go to Cuzco, and I can just swamp them with both armies. Either or is handy. Mine handy. That's the second time I made this joke. Someone should stop me. Ooh. We have finished that colony. Still can't decrease the autonomy. There's that. Unsiege everything, deal with the rebels properly, and please, 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 please. Aww. That's a crying shame. That was my chair crying. It agrees with me. And there we go. Rebels essentially dealt with. Armies return to their stations. And we are much... Oh, I forgot to send him. And we should be able to fabricate... When he arrives, we should be able to fabricate a claim on the Muisca nation, tribe. Whatever. Tribal kingdom. I believe we can... Who needs money? We can fabricate claims, I believe, but we cannot core. Yeah, so there's a claim. And that, I'm going to say, is the end of the episode. Leaving on a small cliffhanger. But yeah, if you like it, click like. If you want to see more, subscribe and see more when it comes out. Ding the bell that doesn't exist. I'll say this before, I'll say it again. There should be some form of chime that would play when you click that button. But yeah, it doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, if you want to shout at me, tell me what to skip, what to not skip, say so in the comments. That's kind of really all. Goodbye, see you in the next episode.